How's it going living in Boulder Vlog? It's like, it's like 3 in the morning. Oh, I was working and then I was like, oh, I worked. I should take a break. So I came with the idea to do the video. Um, I, uh, I said in my video yesterday, like in the title, like lost 9 days of work. Well, that's like not necessarily true. That folder, all the roads of Rome of Italy. If I could recover that, God damn it, that'd be awesome. Might be inside of my Italy folder, which is 2.08 gigabytes, and I can't open it because I guess I opened it and I put stuff in it, so hopefully that's what I put in it. And then I went to open it, it won't open. So I think like stuff changed. So I called Apple and they had me do some things and they couldn't help me, so they gave me the number to Google. Called Google yesterday, never answered. I was on the Google today and they didn't answer. I was on IRS today for like 2 hours. They said I was only supposed to wait an hour and then 2 hours. I'm waiting on IRS or Colorado IRS like an hour a day because I got some letter saying they don't money, but now they won't answer the phone, so they're wasting my time. And then I tried that with Google. I was waiting on the line with Google for like an hour. Googleplex. Hello, welcome to Googleplex. But I was also researching to see if other programs could open KMZ files. And I found one. They're like, yeah, we open KML files, man. So I extracted that Italy KMZ file, turned it into a KML file, and that wouldn't open on Google Earth, even though it was like a fifth the size. It was 446 gigabytes instead of 2.08, and would never open. So maybe it doesn't open KML, only KMZ. So I downloaded that program, can't remember what its name, and then I opened it, and then I opened up the program, and I saw the images, or I saw open that file, and I saw the images, and then I went to open up the actual, file to see what files were in there, and it just was spinning around for like a half hour, so I couldn't do it. So that was the wrong program. Maybe I was doing things. I can't remember. Maybe I was doing things, so I was doing that, like dragging and dropping when I was doing that. I don't know. And that's why, so maybe I'll try later. But I might have to try another program, and also going to keep calling Google. But eventually, I have to crack open that Italy. But I'll just assume that it's in there just so I don't freak out. Because before I was just freaking. I was just like really depressed about it. Like, oh my god, oh my god. But now, if I'm like, you know what, it's probably in there. You can recover it. Just figure out a way to one day open up that file. There has to be a way to open up the file. They should build in a way, like a booby trap, a way to not make booby traps for yourself, so you don't get carried away making stuff files really big, and then you can't open them again. Like that's not fair. It's a goddamn booby trap. That happened with my Rome City. Now it's happening with, but it didn't mean anything because I already had the separate files open. But now it happened with Italy, and now so that's fucked because I lose at least 9 days from those roads. So anyway, anyway, if it turns out that I never recover those roads, I can at least write all over my website. I'll be like, you wouldn't believe I used to have these roads. It was like that. I had the whole roads everywhere. This road, this road, this road. It was all Polygon Man. And it looked so awesome. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, so last night I was working until the morning, and so then I called and I was still like up and at him at like 8 in the morning, so I called my mom to see if she wanted to do, maybe it was like 7:30. It was like 7:38, and call her to see if she wants to go on a bike ride or a walk, because that's a good time, because like if I fall asleep after that, I might get up too late in the day. And she's old, so she has more energy in the morning. So, yeah, she was up for it. So I went over there, and we went on a walk and down to the, around the block, around a couple of blocks, like a new way. And so it was cool. It was fun, and talked and they talked about the possibilities of the Republicans finding some lunatic to try to become president next time, and if they win, and what happens. Oh my god. Anyway, So I was there, and she made me some soup, and I hung out a little bit, and then we went over back here, and then I went over to the store, and I bought 2 like flasks of whiskey because I didn't want to have I didn't want to have problems with insomnia, you know, like I wanted to go to sleep, and I just kind of felt like that'd be cool. And so, and they had some like special for $5 you get 2 flasks of whiskey, so I got it for $5. Came home, I drank it, and I drank one. I was like, okay, so that's cool and everything. It was tasty or whatever, but like, I guess I'm a little bit like relaxed, but I could like barely feel it, so I just kind of chugged the other one. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow too. And and I got like maybe like I got like a little bit of a high, and or I think, and then I like fell asleep not long after that, and then yeah, I got up in the afternoon and been working ever since. Now it's like 3:40 in the morning. So you know, yesterday was the whole day of backing up stuff, and I think I was done today. I don't think I did any more today. I was done yesterday and maybe started on the project. So yeah, so today when I started was I tried to do surface stuff where I'm you know, I don't want to lose any more stuff, you know. So I backed up 4 different cards, 32 GB cards, which actually wasn't big enough. It was only just big enough for my a little bit of photos, but not all of the photos, just a few photos on my KMZ and then my website, but that was it. I should have bought more. So then I bought, I haven't gotten in the mail yet, but I got like a 128 GB one. I got those smaller ones because they were like cheaper. And I guess I didn't look around much, but I'm gonna, you know, and they were quick to drag. So anyway, I'm just kind of stepping up the game, getting bigger ones. I got a 128 GB one, and then I got a 500 and like 56 gig one, and I'm excited about that because it was only like $16 or something, $19. So if this like drags really fast, like those other ones were dragging so fast, I couldn't believe it. Like way faster than an external hard drive, and like, you know, fill it up like in a half day or whatever. Then I'll buy a fucking another one, dude. And I'll buy a bunch of, because then I have the whole website, all 500 GB on there. And then I can, you know, when I'm done, I can top it off on there, so that'll be cool. And those cards are, you know, good to stay around for a while if you store them right. So, yeah, so I'm waiting on, I think I like 2 more cards. And yeah, I got my beanbag filler today, but I didn't manage to put it in my beanbag. I have my, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think I'm going to assemble that right now. I just couldn't find the beanbag. I was like, where the fuck is it? Looking around, I know, like clean up my room, find the beanbag, put those beanies in it, and see how it fits. I might need more. I bought another one before for Bed Bath & Beyond when they were still open, but I threw it away because it was before I had this set up here. So anyways, oh man, what was I talking about? So, oh yeah, so I was working and backing stuff up. So the thing that I'm, you know, trying to back up right now is the all the different regions of Rome. And so I'm looking at the regions of Rome, and I never got around to naming all the buildings. So I was like, all right, just name the buildings, because then I can then save at least the different like folders, like within 30, 20 or 30. Those like the groupings like to do individually into the website, and then have them, you know, for individual downloads, just for organizational purposes, and know the name of them. It's like a long time coming. And plus, magically now, Google Earth has this new thing, and it was just new because I'm on Google Earth all the time, so I know when stuff happens. It's pretty cool. When you click on down below, like more, I think it's called, the more folder, they have Wikipedia is attached. Wikipedia is attached to Google Earth. So like all the different, like anything, any building or area, or what time period it was in Rome has a Wikipedia article. You see the little W, the little white square with the black W there, and you can click on it, and it immediately brings up on the whole screen the Wikipedia article. And so it helps me identify buildings and name buildings and stuff. And so yeah, anyways, I was in there, and yeah, I did Region 8. I didn't have to do the other ones, but until Region 8, and then that was today, like most of the day, and then some other thing. Like I noticed the Arcs Temple on the northern hill of the Palatine Hill was like not done. Like there were all these things, and then it wasn't even organized or any stuff, you know. And I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, I'm glad I didn't lose anything. Glad I didn't lose anything from that, and I almost did. But I'm like, oh, and I sure fuck hope I didn't lose all this other stuff that I've been building. I've been building so much. Yeah, if I do like one of these big regions a day or 2 regions a day, I'll be happy, even just on the touch ups, because you know it's touch up, then you're good for a while. So, I keep doing like this. It's not a tick. I keep doing like this because I want to squeeze this tears out of my eyes. I don't know. Anyway, because I'm tearing so much from the yawning. I just did region 4, region 8, and then copied and put on all of the, you know, the ingredients on. Now I'm doing region 9, and region 9 is the biggest one, and it's so I'm just organizing it and naming stuff, big, you know. But I'm happy I'm doing it. Glad I didn't. I'm holy shit. Glad I didn't lose that. And I'm going to go ahead and just assume that I didn't lose the 9 days of the roads of Italy. So and that I'll just be able to recover it when I can somehow one day open up that folder, that file that's too big. Or maybe in the next generation of computer can. But I was looking at the computers on Amazon, and they seem to have all the same configuration stats as the ones I have now, which is a 15. So for like the last 7 years, they haven't improved computers at all. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can finish up region 9, you know, which is the big one, and then drag all the different things of it onto my website, and then I might go into it. So anything that has a specific name will get on the website. So then I'm going to crack open, like when it has, you know, apartments. I'll be like, okay, well, this says 5 apartments. I even have the numbers. So I'll be like, okay, which ones? These ones, these ones, these ones, these ones. That's what I'll do when I'm done, you know, do the first line, and then do it again, and then I'll be done. So maybe hopefully by tomorrow, you know, be done. Oh, with region 9, yeah, and then like maybe the whole thing, I don't know, and then move on, you know, to the next thing of Google Earth thing, just trying to link, fix links before I lose any more stuff, because I lost the atomic bombs of Rome, I mean of Italy last year, or I found out last month, and that was a lot of work. It was like all the atomic bombs, it was like a week, and I'm like, oh fuck, you know, and now possibly another 9 days if I can't crack about it at Rome, and I'm like, dude, because before I was like, whatever, who gives a shit? Just store it all over the place, but I didn't realize the booby trap that they get replaced from the fucking cloud, which Apple denies that they even have the capability to do, but it gets replaced. And so now I have this new technique where every time I save it, like, and I'm doing it now, I've implemented it, like I'm working, and then I save it as the long name, because in the name, because it works just artistically, like for the information. When you look up, you can see all the information of it. It's like really long, a whole line's worth, and so I just save it at that. Just right click save, and then right click save, and then when I'm ready to upload it, I just save it as the size, and I compare the sizes, and it's a different name now, so it can't compete with the one that's up there before. So then you relink it, which is what I did. I relinked it, rechecked the link. All these steps I didn't have to do before, but now I have to, just to make sure. Because now, if the cloud wants to gift me one of these old ancient files, or maybe even if I space out and I accidentally replace it with an external hard drive, it can no longer replace anymore, because the names are always different. Because it's based on the size now. It's the name, and then megabytes, point, And so, yeah, there you go. That's the rule. And I'm going to write all about that. That's like what you have to do, or else you're going to lose all your work. As in proof, I'm going to have a list and an estimated time of all the work and stuff that I've lost because of that. So anyways, it didn't break me. Could have broken me. Didn't break me, and I'm still moving forward. So, yeah, hopefully, I don't even have a timeline on how I'm fixing all the links of the Google Earth stuff. I'm just still thinking about getting through Rome right now, the city of Rome. And then I want to go ahead and just do like everything. It's like everything, come on, just check links, but it's fun, super fun. Especially when you feel like you're making like progress. It's going to be awesome. And I feel like that kind of now, you know, but even though I'm doing this tedious ass Google Earth stuff, which is also freaking me out when I work on Google Earth now, because I'm like, is this really going to save? Did it really save? Because I did that magic trick the other day, like 2 days ago, showing how it actually saves to something that doesn't even exist. And if you're not paying attention, like that's a fucking booby trap. Like if you're not paying attention, that could make you lose everything. And I was just doing the demo on how it could do that. And there's stuff like that all the time, and that's just how it brings it back in. And then like Apple saying that they didn't do it. Maybe it's Google, because that's the people who I originally thought it was doing. Maybe it's Google. Google stores everything that I store on save on Google gets stored to the Google Cloud. And then the Google Cloud brings it back, because Google has a habit. Google Earth has a habit of bringing back files. Like when I start my computer, you know, and then I like shut down the program and I open the program. Like when the program opens, it brings along with it other files sometimes, and they're old ass files, like ones that I've saved over a long time ago that don't exist anywhere. They don't exist anywhere. So how the hell did Google know it exists? How did they bring it up? So yeah, maybe it's Google. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, oh, before I was thinking it was Apple. No, it's Google. Like they did just a couple days ago. They brought back ponds of or Boulder Country, and not ponds of Boulder County. And I'm like, why does it say country? And I looked on the file that I had, and it's no, sure enough, Boulder County, spelled right. And I'm like, oh right, because like the first time I typed it, like a long time ago, weeks and weeks ago, I did type it country. My God, so that just popped it right in my face. So I'm like, okay, good. So yeah, gotta be careful. But I know I have my booby trap proof trick now, which is to save it with the size, because the size is always changing. It's kind of like doing the version, you know. If you ever watch somebody doing a tutorial, like a Adobe tutorial, and they're like, you know, talking about their projects, and they're like, hey, they always do an aside, and they're like, hey, watch out. They tell you, they're like, hey, when you save it, make sure just don't lose anything. Just save everything that you have, just after you go back and look at something. So just save it version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4. So every time you save it, don't save over anything that you've saved over, because you might like want to go back, like a time machine thing. And so you just save it as a number, and then you just, what version am I doing? You know, that's how software companies work anyway. It's like Apple, like version 13-3-5. So that's what I need to do with my stuff. I haven't been doing that with my stuff. I just have the one version, because it made it so much more convenient with the linking system, because I have so many fucking links on my website. Why would I want to have to constantly fix the goddamn link on my website all the goddamn time? Well, the reason is because it gets saved over. So I have to do the version based on the size, not the net number, version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but based on the size and the exact megabytes. So anyways, yeah, I haven't really been listening to much. I've been listening to, like, you can go to my favorites and you can see, like, videos. I was watching this guy, Ari Melber, and this, like, law professor talk about the First Amendment. That's really interesting, but, you know, it's kind of hard to focus. When I'm focusing on this Google Earth stuff, it's not really the most conducive to listening to stuff. So, yeah, a lot of science, a lot of music, a lot of just listen to random stuff on, like, a Ukrainian war I'm listening to. Not a whole lot of chat today, though. But yeah, we'll get back to doing on maybe some more stuff like that. Brain candy stuff while I work. I don't know how much longer. I mean, if I can keep working until 6, I'll go and get my energy drink. That's what I did this morning. I got this. I spent $4. I have a deal. Like, they got really expensive, dude. The energy drinks. Like, before they were like $2.50 for 2. I'm like, whoa. And now it's 3 for 1. And now it's like, but the NOS, you can get the giant ass NOS for $4. So that's like the deal right now, and I love NOS. That's probably my favorite anyway. So yeah, I was like, went over to my mom's house. I'm like, "This is my energy." She's like, "Yeah, don't drink those." I think NOS is the oldest one anyway. Anyways, yeah, okay. I will talk to you tomorrow.